Welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show. And today's episode, I'm going to be reacting to the latest PFF mock draft. So let's just get right into it. And then number one, of course, what a shocker. Trevor Lawrence to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't really have much in saying that because, we all really know about that already. Then at number two, you have the New York Jets taking Zach Wilson. This is the most likely pick at number two. Maybe they're more interested in a guy like Lance Fields. But I think the guy is Zach Wilson at number two. Number three, San Francisco 49ers via Miami Dolphins. They haven't taken Mac Jones. I'm not crazy about this Mac Jones smoke to the 49ers. I'm really not. People are saying Mac Jones is a better fit to the system. But if you're picking at number three, especially after you move up and give away future first-round picks, better make sure that guy is the system. You don't want a guy that'll run the system. You want a guy that's going to be the system. That's why you move up. And, why would you take a guy in Mac Jones when you're going to give all that future away? I mean, maybe the 49ers do think he will be the system, but, I think Justin Fields or Trey Lance would be better. Mac Jones is more polished right now and would be a better starter. They won, but Fields and Lance have much, 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 much more potential than Mac Jones. So, I don't know if you're gonna move up to number three, give away all those first round picks. Mac Jones better be that game changer. Better be that game changer. Better be your guy. And number four, you have Washington. You have a trade, Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons. You have the Washington football team taking Trey Lance, quarterback of North Dakota State. So in this scenario, they could realistically take Justin Fields as well. I think Justin Fields or Trey Lance is possible. I think this would be actually a solid move up for Washington football team, depending on what they give up, which would probably be quite a bit because making that jump from 19, I think it is, to 4 is a pretty big jump. So, I don't know. I think it'd be smart for them to move up and get quarterback because it really feels they're a quarterback away from being a contender. Was Ryan Fitz that guy? Probably not. But at the same time, you want to get your guy to make sure you could develop him and, not waste this team that you have, not waste that defense. Number five, they have the Bengals taking Jamar Chase. I don't agree with this at all. There's so many people saying that Jamar Chase should go to the Bengals. I highly disagree. I think they go Penny Sewell or Rashawn Slater, whichever one they are higher on. I think Penny Sewell has much more potential than Slater, but I think Slater is more polished than him coming to the NFL. He's more NFL ready. But I think Sewell has, as we all know, incredible potential, way more than Slater. But both extremely solid tackles. I think you got to take one of those guys here. Don't let it be too late. Don't let it wait. Protect your guy. Protect your future. Protect your franchise guy. I get getting him weapons, but how are those weapons worth it if your franchise guy isn't even on the field to throw those weapons that you provided him? Got to keep him healthy. And they learned the hard way last year already. They're going to keep learning the hard way if they don't address it. Then you have the Miami Dolphins, number 6. Via Philadelphia Eagles, you have Kyle Pitts. I think this would be a really good pick for the Miami Dolphins. Maybe if the Bengals don't take Jamar Chase and they do draft Sewell or Slater, I think he would be a really good fit here. If not him, maybe Devontae Smith or Kyle Pitts. This Dolphins offense is really getting some nice weapons. You got the quarterback in Tua, young quarterback. He needs to prove so he really has some proving to do this year coming up. And adding Kyle Pitts to the mix with Mike Gesicki, Will Fuller, Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, King Grant, Bolden, all those guys. He'd probably be really, really solid weapons for Tua to work with. Now the Dolphins just need to work on the offensive line a little more, and that team could be really good. That team can be nasty as long as Tua continues to get better. And then at number 7, you have the Detroit Lions taking Penny Sewell. I think this would be an awesome pick for the Lions, but I don't see Sewell dropping to 7. If the Bengals don't take him, then yeah, he probably will, because I don't think the Dolphins are going to take Sewell. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But Penny Sewell would be a really solid pick here. Build that offensive line, maybe help Jared Goff a little bit. Um, if there's a weapon here you want because you really don't have many receivers, maybe you take Smith, maybe you take Waddle. Maybe if Chase drops to 7, the Bengals don't take him, take him. But I think this is an extremely solid pick for the Lions. Then you have the New England Patriots trading up with North Carolina or with the Carolina Panthers to acquire Justin Fields from Ohio State. There's a lot of buzz about the Patriots moving up, whether it's moving up, switching with the Falcons or moving up to number 8. If Fields is there at 8, I can really see them moving up. They're probably going to wait for someone to drop or see how the draft goes on draft night and then go according to that. But, I think this would be an awesome pick for New England. I don't know if you really want to go into next year with him doing as your guy and not have backup or not have, another plan just in case. So, solid pick. Denver Broncos, Micah Parsons. I 100% agree with that. Von Miller's leaving. He is gone. So you really need to, get his replacement. Probably not going to be as good as Von Miller. Highly doubt it. Especially his rookie year. Maybe he'll develop and be maybe decent. But yeah, I think you need to get Von Miller's replacement here. Get someone in that spot. And Micah Parsons fits that role perfectly. Then you have Dallas Cowboys, cornerback Patrick Surtain. There's that they're going to take Surtain or J.C. Horn. They're going to really take a cornerback. If Slater's here, maybe they take Slater because that offensive line is getting a little older. It's the depth on that offensive line isn't the greatest, but I mean, yeah, I definitely see corner because that defense was really bad last year and they had another corner. Defense could definitely improve more. So it's either like J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain, just depending on their scheme. Patrick Surtain is a better down the sideline guy. J.C. Horn is a better man guy. So it all depends on their scheme. So I think this is a really solid pick as well. The New York Giants offensive tackle Rashawn Slater. I agree with this. I think this is a very good pick here. If Slater drops here, especially, never know. Maybe a team like the Lions take it. Maybe a team like, you never know. So, but Rashad Slater, the Giants would be really solid. Put even more protection around Daniel Jones. You've already got him some really solid weapons. You got a really good defense. The Giants really don't have that many needs right now. So, they could definitely improve on the offensive line, though. All the new additions, Kenny Galladay, just to name one. They're really building a decent team over there in New York. And then number 12, you have the Philadelphia Eagles. Got it from Miami Dolphins, San Francisco 49ers, that crazy trade. They haven't taken Devontae Smith, which I can see. I could also see them taking Jalen Waddle. Maybe they surprise and take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, which I can see because, for that defense that they want to run, they need the Tampa 2. They need those great coverage linebackers, and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is that. Some people may think this is a little high for him, but I don't think so. I think he's one of the best pass coverage linebackers that we've seen coming out in quite a while. So I think he'd be a really solid pick for the Eagles. Number 13, you have the Los Angeles Chargers taking J.C. Horn, which I can see is a very good pick. Maybe if Slater drops here, maybe they can. I don't know if Slater drops here. I think I'd see them taking Christian Darrisaw over J.C. Horn. Given how bad their left side of the offensive line is, but J.C. Horn would be a very solid pick. Great man-to-man guy, so he'd be an awesome pick for the Chargers. I would rather go Darrisaw here to protect your franchise guy. Then you have the Minnesota Vikings taking Edge Kwity Paye out of Michigan. This pick is a little weird. It's a little different. I haven't seen this, but I could see them taking, Jason Owe, Kwity Paye. They like those freakish guys with all the upside, But if Christian Darrisaw is there at 14, I think they take him. Or even Elijah Vera Tucker, because the Vikings are one of those teams that are getting desperate for a lineman, and they really need a lineman. So I could see them taking Tucker, Darrisaw. One of those two. Apologies for my yawning. Can't stop. But yeah, I think they'll be desperate for an alignment and reach maybe for one, but I guess we'll see. And then at 15, you have the Panthers via New England. As we seen earlier, they have them taking Jalen Waddle, which I can see, Jalen Waddle is a really, really good speedster. It's not only a speed, very fast, but the Panthers could also take maybe if there's no, they don't really need tackle that much, but I think this would be a very solid pick. Get some darn even more weapons. At number 16, you have the Cardinals taking Kadarius Toney. Ooh, this is different. I think the Cardinals here, cornerbacks are mainly gone. So I've seen some people mock Christian Barmore to them, I think, and people weren't excited for it. They were not happy about it. But the Arizona Cardinals haven't taken Kadarius Toney. I think Kadarius Toney is one of the better receivers. He's a really good receiver, really good route runner, really good run after the catch. He is definitely worth the first round pick, but do the Cardinals go wide receiver? Maybe they do, but I guess we'll see. Number 17, you have the Las Vegas Raiders taking Christian Darrisaw, which I think would be a really solid pick for them. I could also see them taking Tevin Jenkins, tackle, Christian Darrisaw as well. Maybe Elijah Vera Tucker, maybe a cornerback. Maybe they reach on Farley here. Maybe they take advantage of him falling. Maybe they take Greg Newsome. Some people had Greg Newsome going here. Maybe they take an edge rusher in Phillips. Maybe they take another guy in Jason Owe. You never know. Maybe they take Carlos Basham Jr. I could see any of them guys going here. So I think Darrisaw is an awesome pick for the Raiders here. And at 18, you had the Dolphins taking Elijah Vera Tucker, which I think would be a really solid pick for them. Sometimes you'll see him listed as a tackle, sometimes as a guard, but I think he's a much better guard than a tackle. He's a plug and play guard, starter day one, but tackle I think he needs a little bit of work on. I'm not saying he's bad at tackle. I'm just saying he's so much better at guard than tackle. He's only really played 1 year at tackle, so that's a little bit of a mystery there. But Elijah Vera Tucker would be a solid pick here. Maybe they go with another receiver to build on that strong offense. Maybe they get an edge rusher in Jalen Phillips. Maybe they get an edge rusher in Kwity Paye if he drops here. Maybe Basham Jr. Maybe Owe. You don't know. And then you have Atlanta Falcons via Washington. That you have them taking Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley is dropping because the injury concerns and such. So it's a very valid reason for him to drop because any bad neck surgery is going to be serious, no matter what people say. No matter if they come out and say it's not serious. If you hear back or neck surgery, it's serious. And they're saying it'll be right by training camp, but I think this would be a solid pick for the Falcons. Get another corner to go along AJ Terrell, a very solid corner that they drafted last year. Rough start to the season, but then he picked up. So Caleb Farley would be a solid pick, but maybe if Darrisaw drops here, maybe they take Darrisaw, build that offensive line a little bit. Maybe Tucker's here, they draft him. They have plenty of spots to go, but I like Farley here. 20, you have the Chicago Bears taking Tevin Jenkins, which I think is a solid pick for them. They do need a tackle. They could definitely upgrade. They're not terrible, but they can definitely upgrade. Maybe they go receiver. Maybe they go maybe they like Rondell Moore here. Maybe they like Marshall here. Maybe they like Elijah Moore here, which I could really see them picking Elijah Moore here. I think that would be an awesome pick. I guess we'll have to see. And number 21, you have the Indianapolis Colts taking edge Jalen Phillips, which I think would be an awesome fit for them. If Darrisaw drops here, it's very unlikely, but if it does, they would take him. They're interested in Tevin Jenkins lately. They have a lot of places they could go, but it seems either edge or tackle. I think Jalen Phillips is an awesome pick for Indy. And then with the Tennessee Titans, you have them taking the tackle Sam Cosmi, which I think is a very solid pick. I think this may be a little early for him actually. I think he's dropped a little bit. He's dropped on my board a bit. I don't know if he should go this early, but maybe the Titans go for a guy in Greg Newsome. Maybe if Caleb Farley drops to them, maybe they don't really need Barmore. There's plenty of places they could go. Maybe they do go with safety and surprise us. Maybe they go receiver and Terrace Marshall. There's plenty of places they could go. I'm not crazy about this pick right here. 23, the New York Jets select Greg Newsome. I don't know. I think Greg Newsome is a solid quarterback coming out. Maybe the Jets have other needs they could also attend to, and maybe, get another receiver, maybe getting a safety, maybe getting a running back. There's plenty of places they could go here. Maybe they get Tucker if he drops here. I don't know if he will, but maybe they do. And there's just plenty of places to go. They go running back. Maybe they get Javonte Williams, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne. I think any of those guys would fit their solid. And then you Pittsburgh Steelers taking in Azeez Ojulari. This is a little bit of a surprise because the Steelers need offensive line, running back. Maybe their future quarterback in Kellen Mond, and maybe they surprise and pick him. They do need a safety, maybe in Javon Holland or Trayvon Mulrig. Can see any of them, but I think I'm not crazy about this pick. I know they need to address it with the loss of Bud Dupree too, but I mean, get that offensive line going. You already have decent amount of talent on the defense, help the offense a little bit. So they went on to the Jaguars, taking Trayvon Mulrig. So, you know, I think that's a very solid pick for them. Maybe even I think Javon Holland would be a solid pick there as well because, Holland could play the slot. He could play safety. He's very versatile, which I think is a guy that really fits that Jaguars scheme. So I think he would be a solid fit there too. Maybe the Jaguars go an offensive lineman. There's plenty of places they could go as well. So, and then at number 26, them take the Cleveland Browns taking Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, which I actually really love this pick. This is the first time I'm going through this, and this is probably one of my favorite picks. So far, this is an amazing pick. The Browns did just sign Anthony Walker. They have Taki. They have a few linebackers that, they're okay, but Walker is a liability in pass coverage. Taki is okay. But if you get your guy in Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who is an amazing guy in pass coverage, this would really put the Browns defense. This would really change the Browns defense, and this would probably put the Browns in contention. I think this is an extremely solid pick, and they can maybe they could also go edge rusher, add onto to that edge with Jadeveon Clowney and such. So I could see that. And then you have the Ravens at 27 taking Elijah Moore, which I think this is an awesome pick as well. I think Elijah Moore may go a bit earlier than this. I didn't agree with Tony over Elijah Moore, but it's all a scheme guy. It's all a guy that a team wants. Maybe they look for something more. They see something that a lot of us don't see. Very, very possibility, and then a lot of people also haven't taken Terrace Marshall Jr. So I think Elijah Moore is an awesome pick at number 27. Speaking of Terrace Marshall Jr., they haven't gone to New Orleans Saints, which I can see. Maybe if Greg Newsome drops here, they go there, but maybe they're gonna get more weapons for that whoever the quarterback's going to be next season between Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. Then you have the Green Bay Packers taking Asante Samuel Jr., which I'm okay with. I think he's a solid corner. Maybe the Green Bay Packers do go corner. Maybe they go safety for some reason. Maybe they go offensive lineman. They always seem to go somewhere else when you don't expect it. Maybe they go wide receiver, like I said. Maybe they go with Rondell Moore here. Maybe they go with Darius Toney if he drops to here. There's plenty of receivers that they can take here, and plenty of guys that they can take overall. So I definitely see the cornerback pick. Because Packers do surprise. I think Kevin King will be fine. He'll learn. He'll get better. Well, yeah. Then you have the Buffalo Bills taking Christian Barmore. I think this is a solid pick as well. Barmore has a lot of upside. Biggest problem with him is his motor. He'll have a few plays where he puts in a lot of effort, and then where does he go? That effort kind of leaves. He doesn't play as hard as if you play, which is what I don't like. But Barmore can be a very solid pick to the Bills. Then you have the Chiefs taking Jason Owe, an edge rusher, which I think will be very solid. Owe is a freaky guy coming off the edge that can really come off the edge and be a freaky guy coming off the edge. He's got freakish upside as well. So solid pick there. And you have the Buccaneers taking edge rusher Gregory Rosu, which I think would be a solid pick as well. Gregory Rosu is, pretty good edge rusher. He's going to have some upside, but he did definitely drop down a lot of boards, might as well. I think this would be a solid pick, maybe to, throw him in that crazy pass rush. Why not? So, yeah, that's my reaction to the PFF's mock draft. So, if you guys enjoyed, let me know what you guys think about this mock draft, and I'll catch you later.